Hi guys, my name's Rayma. I am a specialty trainee in Obs and Gynae, and today I wanted to talk to you about different forms of contraception, but specifically the copper coil and the Mirena coil. This is just a practice coil. It's not any of those, but essentially a coil is something like this, and this essentially goes into your womb to stop you from getting pregnant. So there are two types, as I've mentioned. There's a hormonal type and a non-hormonal type. The non-hormonal type is called the copper coil. Essentially, the way the copper coil works is that the copper itself from the coil makes it a toxic environment for fertilization to take place. But it doesn't use any form of hormones. Now, the Mirena coil is essentially a progesterone coil, and the progesterone acts very locally within your womb, and it stops the lining of your womb from becoming habitable for an egg or a fertilized egg to implant. Both of these are very, very, very good forms of contraception. They are loved by lots of women for different reasons. Some people like the copper coil because there are no hormones inside. Some people like the Mirena coil or the levonorgestrone or the progesterone only coil because it acts very locally, and both of these methods, you can forget about them. They are there and they don't cause you any issues normally, and you can take them out when you're ready to have a baby. Now, how long do they last for? The copper coil can last up to 10 years as a form of contraception, and the Mirena coil, new studies have shown that it can last up to 8 years, whereas beforehand they used to say 5 to 6. So both of these methods are pretty good in terms of timekeeping. Now, with everything, there are some side effects involved. The side effects with the copper coil can be that it can lead to painful periods and lots of bleeding within your cycle. And with the Mirena coil, main side effect is that it can be irregular bleeding, and some women may not even have periods at all. Although some of us may think that's a plus, but who knows? So how exactly do we put these coils in? Both of them have the same method. Essentially, a practitioner, that can be myself, a doctor, or someone that just specializes in putting coils in, they will have something that looks this big, but don't worry, not all of this goes inside. The only thing that would go inside is the coil itself. We have this tube that essentially mentions how big your womb is, or how wide the length of your womb. And we close it, we put it in, and then we take it out and remove it completely. Like I say, this is a dummy, so it won't remove completely. But once the actual coil's inside, we'll cut the threads, and that's it. Some women like to feel for the threads to make sure that the coil is in the right place, but others don't really feel for them. And a question that I normally get asked by a lot of my patients is, when I'm having sexual intercourse, will my partner be able to feel the threads? Normally, if they're not looking for the threads, most people don't feel them, but every case is individual. Now, I hope that was enough information on the different types of coils. If you have any more questions, leave them down below and I'll answer them when I can, or I'll answer them as soon as possible. Thank you.